So, this pervy old grandpa. This is actually like the 12th time I'm filming this section. I didn't realize it would be this hard to talk about it. Not hard to talk about it, but hard to describe it. I will preface the story by saying that I am okay. Never once did I ever feel like there was immediate danger to my well-being. If there was, I would have done something about it. I want to, okay, I'll tell the story first and then I'll kind of explain what was going on through my head. Okay, so, the pervy old grandpa, his name is Carl, and he is a maintenance guy at Tin Valley, which is the name of the huge campsite that I stayed at. Throughout my 2.5 days, I saw him 4 times. The first time was when I first arrived. There's only one spot on that entire campsite that has Wi-Fi, and it's like right in front of this brown bus. So I drive over there because I want to hop onto the Wi-Fi and just map my way into Big Bend National Park. I'm getting onto the Wi-Fi and he just comes around to introduce himself and make small talk, which is fine. Like, I'm always up for small talk. And then I end up talking to him and Mike, another maintenance guy, for like half an hour before I head out again. During our first meeting, he was like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful." And I'm like, "Oh, that's like a nice compliment. I'll take it. Thank you." He goes, "Oh, we just like started selling firewood. Do you want to buy some so you can make a fire tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, perfect. I'll do that." And he goes, "Do you want me to help you make the fire tonight?" I'm like, perfect. If I don't have to make my own fire, why should I? So we trade Facebook Messenger contact information. And he's like, "Yeah, just like let me know when you're back and I'll come over and make the fire." I'm like, cool. He tells me where he lives within the valley because he doesn't live on the campsite. And like, I just arrived half an hour ago. I don't know where the fuck this shit is. And so he's like describing this. I'm like, yeah, cool, yeah. Awesome. Before I leave, he goes, "Oh my God, you are so beautiful." I'm like, thanks. Here's the thing. Okay, I am not used to getting so many compliments to my face. I'm okay with that. I've lived 25 years and I'm kicking ass in life. Okay. Frankly, I think receiving too many compliments, it does one of two things. One, it's like you get, as the person who's getting the compliment, it is awkward for me because I'm not like, can we talk about something else? Because I've never been the one to really focus on my looks. I feel like in people there's so many other things to look for than external beauty. And 2, what do you want me to do? Like, should I give you a compliment even if I don't mean it? I don't know. What do you want from me? So it was the second time I received that compliment. I'm like, does he know? He already told me that. The second time that I run into him, it was the same day. The sun had set and I was like, oh, I gotta like hop into the shower before the sun sets, because at the campsite there is only one outdoor shower and it only has cold water. I didn't want to like wait so long where the cold water would feel awful to me. I was like, perfect, after sunset, you know, the heat is gone, and that day was hot. It was like 105 degrees. By the time I hopped into the shower, the sun's gone. I'm like, crap, I didn't even like really look at the shower situation. So I take the flashlight from my camera and I'm just looking around. With the outdoor shower, like the outdoor shower is right here, I parked my car right in front of it just to, you know, give me a little more extra privacy. All of a sudden I see this car to come up and I'm like, oh, let's just like wait for this car to pass before we keep on going. At this point in time, I'm still in my underwear and my sports bra. The car parks right in front of my car and it's Carl and he's talking to me and it's like in the dark and he goes, hey, like, what are you doing? I'm in the shower. Oh, I came to see if you wanted to go down to the lodge. The lodge has indoor showers and you can take hot and cold showers. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I think this is fine. This is perfect for me. He goes, oh, all right, if you want it that way. And I'm like, I do want it that way. Then he goes, so do you want me to wait here for you? to finish showering and then set up your fire, or do you want me to go do my business and then come back and help you set up your fire? That is a dumb question. Like, I don't know who would ever say, yeah, wait right where you are for me to finish showering and then make my fire for me. No, I don't think anybody in their right mind would say that. So I say, you know, go do your thing, come back later. He lingers around for a bit and he goes, oh my God, you're beautiful. So then the third time I see him is that night. It's like 10 p.m. Everything is dark. And I'm so exhausted. I think to myself, oh, he's not gonna come anymore because it's like pretty late. So I'm heading off to bed and I'm dozing off, and all of a sudden I see like flashlight hit my campsite and I'm like, oh, fuck, he's here. So I go out because I don't like it when like strangers come into the place that I'm staying at, like where I'm sleeping. So I go out, and my plan was to just hang out with him for like 20 minutes, be like, hey, you know, it's like really late, I don't need this fire anymore. It ended up being like a 3-4 hour talk. He's telling me stories about his life, which is fine. I love hearing stories about people's lives, but he just peppers a lot of like sexual advances and sexual stories in there. It's so dry. Oh God. Okay. So he starts off by saying, oh, you know what I realized what you were doing in the shower? You must have been taking naked selfies. I could have helped you with that. And I'm like, what the fuck? No, I was not. And if I wanted to take naked selfies, I'll do it myself, thanks. And he goes, oh, it would have been so much fun if I could help you take naked pictures. He starts talking about, you know, his story. He was a vet, hopped around like Hawaii, Japan, Korea, Philippines, whatever. Moves on to, oh, he used to hitchhike across America before these 3 guys left him for dead on the west coast of Florida. I'm like, oh, that's awful. And he goes, oh my gosh, you know, like, did you know that we have a bunch of, so this guy, this grandpa, he's literally like grasping for topics to talk about because I'm not giving him anything. I'm only responding to him because I'm tired as fuck. You know how there's like a bunch of campsites? Well, there's one that's a boat and it's clothing optional. You would look great on that boat. Like, I really want to see you naked. And I'm like, I'm not against nudity. I actually prefer nudity. Put me on a nudie beach and I'll actually be happy. But I do not like it when somebody's coming at me and be like, ooh, I want to see you naked. And I have like no relation with this person. Like, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, sir? Get the fuck out of here. And then he starts talking about his, like, when he was young, I think he's like the oldest of a few siblings. His parents were swingers. When he turned 16, his parents took him to a house party. 2 hours after he like turned 16, his mom leads him into this room. And it's a circle of chairs and there's a chair in the middle. And he is seated in the middle. And the people, and it's like all ladies surrounding him. It's like old ladies, young ladies, fat, skinny, married, single. And for the married ones, all of their partners are outside at the house party. And his mom goes, oh, ladies, treat him well. And from what I understand, they spent 3 days teaching him all these sexual acts, maybe, or like how to please a woman. And he was saying how like every other weekend for about 4 years his parents would take him to those parties. He goes, you know why they really loved me? I'm like, why? He goes, because I don't have the white boy syndrome. I'm like, cool. Because in my mind I'm like, oh, white boy syndrome, he must be talking about a tiny dick. He goes, I don't have a tiny dick, I have a 9-inch dick. And I'm like, right, it means nothing to me. I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning, but a couple years ago, something really traumatic happened to me that reshaped how I viewed life and everything in it. One of the things is that these sexual jokes and like sexual advances, the dirty talk that a lot of men say, men particularly, because that I've only ever had men spew this kind of shit at me, is that it used to make me uncomfortable, but now it just disgusts me. Like, I don't know who you are, why you think it's okay to say this kind of shit to a person that you've never met before. I really need to know, like, how many people get turned on when something like this happens to them. This is like verbal assault, verbal harassment. I have never ever in my life ever was like, ooh yeah, come at me baby, let's get it going. Never, never. So he's saying these things to me, and he goes, I bet you're blushing right now. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just tired. And he goes, oh, I really want to see you blush. Good luck, because I don't. I'm losing my mind because I'm like so exhausted, but also this story is just awful. And he says like a bunch of different stuff. He goes, I'm really good with my hands. I'm really, really good with my hands. I want to give you a massage. I want to give you a full body massage. What I would do is like, I would have you first with your back towards me, and we're just gonna go from your foot all the way up to your shoulders, and then I'm gonna flip you around and work my way down. I'm like, no thanks. And he goes, do you know like what's the difference between Japanese women and Thai women? It gets crude, so I'm not gonna even bother. And it goes on and on and on. I think throughout the this is not even the fourth time that I saw him. This is the third time I saw him. I'll see him one more time. Throughout all my interactions with him, besides that first hour where I thought he was a decent person, everything that came out of his mouth was absolute filth. The last time I saw him was I was headed out for, out of Big Bend, and I passed by him on the street. It's getting really hot in here. I passed by him on the street. He does the quickest U-turn I've ever seen in my life, and he, starts showering me with compliments again. You're so pretty. You're one of like the most beautiful women I ever have seen in this world. Look at your eyes. Look at your eyes. Like I'm like, I know. I love my eyes too. Okay, like I get it. And he's just like, oh, you should totally send me pictures. I just want to see you in some jeans. And I'm like, oh my god, it's absolute filth, absolute filth. What I did not realize until much later when I was in El Paso, so I went to El Paso after Big Bend. I was there for, I think like 4 or 5 days. My energy was drained. Because even though those comments do no longer make me feel uncomfortable, whenever I hear something like that, my body still goes into fight or flight mode. Talking about the traumatic experience, I lost. I was not able to fight. I was not able to fight or flight. So I lost completely that round. Essentially, the entire time that I was at Big Bend, I was in fight or flight mode. Anytime I interacted with Carl, driving in Big Bend, it's a lot of driving. So physically I was drained, and I was still, exploring the national park, and that just like takes a lot of energy out of me. So like in total, it was, I was utterly drained from that weekend. I just wanted to share this story about this guy because I think, one, he played a big part of my weekend, and two, it's for anybody out there who faces harassment. I just want you to know that you are not alone. Okay, you're not alone. And you know what? If you get through to the other side, you are stronger than that, and you gotta believe in yourself. And it sucks that anybody ever has to endure this kind of shit. But I don't even want to use the word but. lastly, I think it's just like listen to your gut. One of the decisions I had to make early on in my road trip was whether or not I was like, I enjoy cocktails, I enjoy beer, I enjoy wine. Thankfully I am a heavyweight, but did I want to risk my safety just to enjoy cocktails and beer and wine? And from time to time on my road trip I will, but it was a decision that I had to make because there were a lot of instances on this road trip where I was verbally harassed. Trust your gut. If something is, trust your gut. Trust your gut. All right, I really gotta go to bed. All right. Talk to you guys later.